Hello Pisces and welcome to your reading. This is Quarter Moon Tarot channel and let's see what your energies are. You've got the bear. Pisces, you really need to, be firm and stand your ground as the, card talks of. And you really need to, whatever is going around you, you really need to be, taking that into cognizance. Just see what is happening around you. It is giving you enough and more signs that, to tell you that, maybe a few things are out of line. Maybe people are overstepping their boundaries. Maybe you are giving too much of yourself, and you really need to be very clear because the universe is definitely sending you very clear signs. Let's see. We have the King of Pentacles who is crossed by the Ace of Cups. So it is basically, stability versus, what you're feeling. There could be something, with your life right now, Pisces, which says that you're looking at, something for a long term for yourself. Maybe there is a man, who is, maybe it's a relationship, whatever it might be, but there could be somebody who's very well, financially settled, and who's with whom the relationship seems very promising in terms of finances and in terms of physical security. But we have the emotions card over here as well. Do you really feel that you need to take this step forward, because you are looking only at the financial and the stability aspect, and what about your emotions? With the Ace of Cups over here, you're also being urged that pay attention to what your intuitive feeling, how you respond emotionally to this particular person, right? Or something which is promising stability, which is promising financial security. But do check with your emotions. Do you really feel happy with it or no? That is what is crossing your um, um, what's happening with you, right? We have the Queen of Swords, and we have, look, we have feminine cards as well. So there could be strong women connected with whatever is happening in your life right now. Okay, and there could be some very clear thinking which has been happening in the past, which has probably led you to look at whatever you are experiencing, look at it in a very new, from a new perspective. You're wondering, you're gathering all these signs which are all around you, and then now in the past you have woken up to those signs. You're like, I've been noticing this, I've been noticing this, and I've been noticing that. And that is what is, all those signs now are setting you on a new path of thinking. Your whole track of thought has changed, just by observing this, and you probably might feel that, what is it, I'm seeing the same thing over and over again. It's not a coincidence, Pisces. The universe is, putting these things, in your way to open your eyes to, see what is around you, and just see, because of that, the way you have started looking at the same situation from a new perspective. Maybe there was a situation where you were just going along with it, but all of a sudden you realize that some things are happening one after the other simultaneously, and you were wondering what is happening. This reading confirms that whatever signs you were getting were brought in your way by the universe to change your perception to the truth and clarity of a situation which probably you were not seeing earlier. Maybe you were just quite content with the fact that this looks very stable, but these signs are telling you that fine, it might be very stable, but there are other things attached to it. Which are you noticing? That is what the universe was asking you. And to answer that, you need to check with your emotions, that how you feel in context with that. So we have you discovering and things, and discovering aspects which you have been ignoring for a long time, Pisces. Already you have not been paying heed to these signs for quite some time, and that is why I think they're really staring you in the face at this point in time. The things need to change. The universe is trying to bring about a change for you, for your better. And that is why it is telling you that don't ignore these signs, because they seem to be these are not healthy for you, because they're probably overstepping your boundaries. Whatever you think is best, because stand your ground. You need to be firm what you want to do. So don't ignore these signs, and don't ignore what you have been ignoring for a long time. It seems you have been brushing it under the carpet, or not wanting to look at it, but now you cannot escape looking at it because it is so obvious. You yourself realize you need to move away from whatever has really taken up all your space, your time, your energy, and you have no time left for yourself. You feel a little lost, and that is why it is saying move away from situations which just overpower you. And you probably, whatever, there are times when we really can't say no to people, but maybe you're getting the signs that you should say no to them. And that is this is a confirmation which says that yes, please say no to something which is overstepping its boundaries, which is imposing, which feels very imposing for you, and you need to move away from that. And this, and you be a little firm about, be a little firm about holding on to your ground, and holding on to your boundaries. This entire thing has really taken a toll on your energy. It has really exhausted you, let's say mentally and physically. It's, this situation has been, it looks like a challenge, that my god, I need to deal with these people again, I need to deal with that person again. That has what has worn you out, because these people have just been, let's say, energy vampires who have just been taking from you, and you have been just giving to them. And that is where they've not realized where your boundaries are. And you have also just given very generously, and not realizing what the kind of damage you have probably done to yourself also, in that. So now this is a very clear cut message that you really need to do this, because you're pretty exhausted with all of this. Oh my goodness, we have the devil card here. I mean, we don't need more confirmation than that, Pisces. These people have just been using you, because they themselves are an insecure lot, or an authoritative lot, or they are those kind of people who just want everything for themselves. They're just grabbers. I mean, I don't like using such strong words, but I guess the situation is such. It is telling you that these people have just, they've just been dangling a carrot in front of you, and keeping you, in the place where you have been. So it's not healthy at all. There is, I mean, I cannot put it more clearly, and the cards also cannot give us, any clearer indication with the other than these cards, that this is not something which is healthy for you. Get back your energy and your fire and your power, Pisces. You have the Queen of Wands over here. You can do it. You have the energy in you. You have the spiritual energy in you. You have the fire in you. You have it all there in you. You just need to exercise it, and just leave this thing behind you. It's really not good, because the universe is also telling you through very strong signs and messages that you please respect your boundaries, and move away from these people. There is no stopping them. You need to put the full stop here. This has been a very difficult episode, which has taught you a lot about yourself. And basically it is telling you to value yourself, right? Value yourself. These people have come in your life to teach you that. They don't underestimate yourself. Don't give yourself to anybody and everybody who would want a little help. That's fine, be helpful, but learn to draw boundaries. Learn to respect your own energy as well. It's not always about the other person. It's always 50-50. It should be 50-50, because that is a good balance, right? Then everybody feels like doing things for each other. But here these people have just made you do a lot of things for them. They've taken so much from you. It's time you leave it, Pisces. That is what these cards are saying very, very strongly, very, very strongly. Learn your lessons about valuing yourself, your self-worth. We all are precious. These people just use other people, which is not really nice, and they have come here in your life. That is a karmic lesson for you to learn, that you need to maintain boundaries, and you need to make yourself the priority also. These people have not looked at you like that, but you need to look at yourself like that, that you are also very, very valuable and very precious to yourself, right? Don't give yourself give off yourself so much to people who don't value it, because those who do will always reciprocate. These are the people who don't reciprocate, and that's why they don't value you. And I think you need to really be very, very clear with the boundaries you're going to set with them. So with that, Pisces, I'll wrap up your reading. Thanks for watching.